It's week 14 of the NFL season, and we are back here on Hit Sticks from the Star in Frisco, merging the Cowboys' preview of their week ahead against the Washington football team, and of course, Madden NFL 22. Isaiah Stanback, Barry Church. I'm Kyle Youmans. You guys ready to preview Washington?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
crucial game on the line this week. Got to preview it on Hit Sticks. So as the Dallas Cowboys go on to take on the Washington football team here in week 14 of the NFL season, they're going to have to do so with more creative play calling on the offensive side of the football. Defenses over the last month or so of the season have really challenged Kellen Moore in this offense and the run game specifically. They're going to load the box. Washington's going to do the same thing. They're going to put a ton of guys in between the hash marks, in between the tackles to make things tough on Ezekiel Elliott. So Isaiah Stanback, I asked you the question that Kellen Moore has to answer this week, and that is, how do you make loaded boxes pay?
We got to try to work our way up to the second level. And if that means going side to side and try to get around these guys on the line of scrimmage, and then so be it. We have to be able to knock the guys off the line of scrimmage, come right at them, smash mouth football, or get outside of them. Okay. Either way, we got to be able to play on half a man. Okay, we're not big enough up front like the old school days when I played, or we had the big boys, Leonard Davis, you know what I'm saying, all your big Flozell Adams, all those guys. Those guys were able to move you straight off the ball, okay? We don't have that kind of girth up front, so we got to be able to take on half a man instead of all 300 pounds. We want to take on about 150 of them, get a little bit of a leverage, and be able to push these guys up to the second level so that Zeke, Pollard, and even Dak can work their way up to the next level.
I like your game plan right there, Isaiah. I love it. But what DCBC is going to get ready to do right here, like you said, I'm stacking the box, because that's what defenses think the blueprint, the game plan is to slow down this Dallas Cowboys team, is to stack the box and have your guys on the outside, whether it's your corners, your safeties, whoever it is, match up man to man. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and bring these guys up to get in the kitchen of Cooper, Lamb, and CD Lamb out there. Yeah. I'm going to get in the kitchen of those guys. I'm still stack the box with the linebackers and the defensive line, because even without Chase Young, this defensive line is still littered with first-round talent, so they believe in those guys up front. Let's see if they can go ahead and stop this run.
Okay, I see what you try to do there. All right, so what I'm going to do here is go on to my tight end. Okay, got to get a little lead back, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, little switcherooski, huh?
Yeah. And then I'm hit you with that ooh-ee. Come on, Big Zach.
Oh, no.
Come on, Big Zach.
Oh.
All right, let's run through this.
Let's see what happened.
This is what should have happened, okay? Listen, now, most of the time, okay, as a defender, DCBC over there, you've seen how he got a little worried as soon as the tight end came in motion.
A little worried.
Reason why is because the tight end sets the strength. Tight end sets the strength. So as soon as the defensive side of the ball sees the tight end going in motion and it's running down, everybody's going to be on high alert, because guess what? That's usually where the ball's going, right? Sir. If I'm moving my tight end over, I'm usually going to run the ball to the tight end side, not to the side with two receivers. Okay, so that's what the whole thought process was on this. I'm going to go ahead and get a little misdirection, get everybody to bump over. You saw the defense adjust and shift over. Now with that, I now have one defensive lineman out here that has leverage, sitting right outside of Collins. And then you have two defensive backs. All right, so the matchups are pretty doggone good. We have 3-on-3, all right, from the center over, and then we have 2-on-2 on the outside. Perfect. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I created this mismatch, and now I'm going to pull my lineman. Okay, I'm going to pull my guard right there. McGovern's coming up. Martin has to stay on this block right here. If Martin stays on his block, you guys will see it right there. There's the kick out block. All right, he should kick his man out. McGovern's going to work up to the next level. He's going to seal on the inside right here. And then we got Biadasz holding his block. The outside man here that Gallup left doesn't matter. He just runs off. And then McGallop is going to go up to that safety. Everything is mapped out the way that it should. We should be able to hit right up in that hole right here, right on the right hip of McGovern. But Martin go ahead and had it and whiffed on me. If we were able to get past that man, I'm going to go ahead and let my guy Kyle draw on there and show you what would have happened right there. Gallup would have took the safety, and we would have been off to the runnings. But it didn't happen that way.
Yeah, you had it set up perfect. He had the alley, he had the lane. Just one player. I tried to tell you, they're littered with first-round talent. Jonathan Allen came through and made a heck of a play. But like you said, that was a great design. All they needed was one block there from the future Hall of Famer, Zach Martin, and it would have sprung. Hopefully they get it on Sunday.
So I think that was a perfect representation of what this Cowboys offense has at least put on the table the last month of the NFL season. The execution just hasn't been there. Now, Zach Martin has not been one of those guys that has struggled with his execution, but here on that last play on Madden, that was certainly the case. However, execution hasn't been there across the board on the offensive side on third down. Specifically against New Orleans, held just 2 of 13 on third down. So I've got you a makeshift first down marker at the 25-yard line. It is 3rd and 7. Isaiah, I want you to get creative here, and I want you to tell me how the Cowboys can execute on late down scenarios, because they're going to have to against the Washington football team.
Yeah, I'm going to go to my McNasty bag, be able to handle Mr. DCBC over here. And one of the things that the Dallas Cowboys have to do a better job of is getting the ball in their playmakers' hands. Everything doesn't have to be down the field. We can get things before the yard marker and let these guys get what we call yak yardage, yards after catch. So if the ball needs to get 7 yards down the field, get it in their hands at 3, 4, 5 yards. All right, and then you can still have your threats down the field. If the defense wants to be aggressive and play up front in a press, you can utilize your attributes to be able to get past those guys. But you need to have options at every level. I feel as if we've kind of reverted back to just going with the deep ball and things not really presenting themselves as open opportunities. And by going to the deep ball, now we're starting to get into pressure downs. They're starting to blitz us. We're having to worry about protection. Dak's not settled in. So we need to have options at every level. We need to be able to have somebody that's isolated one-on-one, like you guys will see back here in the backside. I have Coop Dog back here in man-to-man coverage, or at least isolated by himself, so that depending on what this safety does with this three-man side over here, he has to respect that. They can't just leave 3 guys over here versus our 3 guys. That's a bad matchup as any defense. So I can expect that McCain back there to go over to the right side, at least to the center of the defense, which leaves Coop backside by himself. So I have one-on-one matchups. I have zone beaters. I have something at every single level. Hopefully we be okay. Let's see what DCBC has to say about that.
Well, you see who's manning that safety right there. You see, that's user right there. That's user. That's DCBC right there, handling the safety progression right there. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to take a page out of what Kansas City did. We're going to take a page out of what New Orleans did as well. And on third down, we're going to heat Dak Prescott up. We're going to go ahead and once again get in the kitchen of these receivers. I don't think they can get off the jam. I think these guys are ready to jam these guys up. So we're going to press our DBs up there. The safety back there, who knows what he's going to do? Are we going to all out blitz cover 0? We're going to go to a cover 3. We're going to try to disguise some things so Dak Prescott doesn't really know what we're doing pre-snap. Make him think about it a little bit post-snap. And overall, we want him to get the ball out of his hands quick. If you give this guy time back there, he will pick apart your defense. So we're trying to get the ball out of his hands quick. We're coming after you, all right? We're coming after Dak Prescott in this offense. Let's see what you got, big dog.
Oh, I've been waiting on this moment. This is my moment. Okay, here we go.
They ready.
You sure you want to stay pressed?
I'm sure. I promise you. I'm
sure. About it. Look, you want to hear it? Here you go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. I'll give you that one right there.
Just like we talked about in the pre-snap, okay? We don't have to throw the ball down the field all the time. We have options. Our receivers are some of the best in the game. We have arguably the best trio in the game of football, so let's utilize it. So as you see over here, we have a 3 little bunch set, okay? We have a little switch release going on with CD and Schultz over here, but right here on Gallup has a man that has outside leverage right now. So they feel really good on the defense side of the ball, thinking that they can contain him, not allowing him to get out to the sticks. They feel good. They think they can force everything inside. But when you have receivers of this caliber, you can use your skill set. So when we snap the ball right here, immediately, Gallup takes an outside stem, and what does that defensive back do? He slides inside, which gives us the outside leverage that we need to work the entire sideline. Dak sees it. As soon as that DB loses his leverage, boom, straightens him up and snaps him off. Right here, this is the key part of this route right here. He takes the outside stem. Now he has outside leverage. He's going to put his right foot in the ground, go vertical to straighten up that DB. Now he's going to lean into him, box him out just like basketball, and he breaks out to the sideline. He doesn't stand a chance. The ball is placed perfectly right there on the outside. He should take that thing up the sideline, but might have a little user error with these fingertips over here.
A little delay.
A little delay. But as you run it back here, okay, I'll show you guys what the other things that are going on here as well. We talked about having things at every level right here. So we have CD. CD's working his way. He takes the inside stem. Okay, now he has options to go inside. But on this particular route, I had him taking it up high. He doesn't end up having a route open right there. He runs the wrong route, and he falls down, so we're not going there. Okay, let's take it backside. Let's see what Coop Dog had over here. Okay, so Coop's back here, man-to-man coverage. One safety sitting up high, BC CD over there, or whatever he's calling himself nowadays. Okay, sits inside now. He had an option to run a go route. That would have been nice because there's no help over the top. So we have that option as well. So you guys are seeing that we have options all across the table, and that's what Dallas has to do a better job of, putting themselves in situations where they have multiple options instead of locking in on one particular person.
Yeah, you had the perfect option drawn up right there. I went 0 blitz, which means everybody's coming after the quarterback, and all we have out there is the defensive backs one-on-one with the receiver options right there, and you pick the perfect receiver to do it. He had his outside leverage from the beginning. Michael Gallup went outside, easy first down, caught the ball, got the yak yardage you were talking about, was able to get the first down. Good win for the good guys.
Okay, so let's get Jonathan Allen off the field. Let's get that Washington defense out of the way. And now let's put Taylor Heinicke and the Washington football team offense back out there. And this is the first time we've seen their receivers this season. 2 route runners, Curtis Samuel and Terry Scary McLaurin, taking their talents against this Cowboys defense that, at least to this point, Barry, have struggled against some route runners. So how do you combat that on Madden and then, of course, on Sunday?
Yeah, these guys with the Washington football team, they got some serious route runners out there, some serious ones. And it all starts with Scary Terry McLaurin, the Ohio State product. This guy right here is one of the best route runners in the National Football League, and he combines that with speed. The guy has the go juice. And then on the other side, you got Curtis Samuel, another Ohio State product. He's back. I think this is his 3rd or 2nd game back from injury. He missed a lot during the beginning parts of the season, but he's back in there as well. Both of these guys have the go juice. They can get behind a secondary with ease if you let them off the scrimmage or you let them off the line of scrimmage with no hands being placed on there. So what DCBC is gonna do, I'm gonna go out here and I'm gonna press these guys. I'm gonna get in their kitchen once again. I'm not afraid. I don't care if I got beat last time. I don't care. I'm going up in these guys' kitchen. I'm making them earn the route runner. I'm making them earn the ball being thrown to them. So Diggs, Brown, Lewis, all those guys were pressed up on these receivers on the outside. You see what they got going on. They're spreading us out there. I got Parsons in the middle handling things. I don't think these running backs can expose Parsons like they were able to do last year. So I got him in the middle holding things down. The safeties, who knows what they're going to do. They might rotate in. They might be over top. But we're going to try to confuse Heinicke and make him realize that he's not as good as he thinks he is. Let's press these guys up on the outside. Let's go.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do there. Okay.
Okay, what we got going
the thing about Heinicke is he likes space back there. You know,
he does.
Heinicke likes to have some space. So I'm going to make sure that we have this taken care of because I don't want D-Law having a little intrusion back here with my guy Heinicke.
Y'all know where he is at all times.
Let's go ahead and get this route running ready. And go. Back. Ooh. Ooh, there it is. There it is.
We'll do that. We'll be all right with that.
And the bend but don't break defense, I don't know how long that can really last. You know, that's that New England stuff. You know, we're Dallas Cowboys here.
This is
and
true.
you got to be able to keep on these guys because they don't have a problem working their way down the field.
We've seen it.
Yeah, we've seen it, especially with the quarterback that they have. He likes to just tuck that thing and go. He likes to keep the chains moving. Gibson, okay, you got to worry about McKissick. You got to worry about, all these guys out there. So this is a perfect example over here of what we can't allow to happen. They're coming out in this little stack set because it causes issues for the defensive backs in terms of seeing who has who. Okay, it creates a natural rub route. That's why you see McLaurin right here, and you got Gibson on the other side as well. He's going to do a good job of getting this release here. So again, he works off of him. All right, the tight end takes the inside ramp. He puts his foot in the ground, hits him with the
Look at the eyes right there.
Yeah, the eyes.
Look at Diggs' eyes. They're not where they need to be. They're looking at the quarterback right there. They need to be on McLaurin. The route is still developing. You're man-to-man right there. You got to have good eyes.
So you got to see right here, coming back out to the sideline. They are perfectly fine taking this ball right here and grabbing it on the sideline, just right there where you see the circle. They're going to take that all day long and take those 6-7 yards at a pop. They want you to do that because as soon as you key in on that, that's exactly when they're going to take their shots down the field. If we work over here to the other side, where you guys are going to see a very similar thing. Again, the same little stack look right here, and you guys are going to see that they possibly can run these same rubs. Okay, you see a switch release again. Okay, they wanted to get you to play over the top. put their foot in the ground, and get back out to the sideline. They do a really good job here.
Brown did a great job right there.
That's exactly how you want to play it, right?
Exactly how you want to play it. AB's eyes were locked on Curtis Samuel the entire time. He wasn't getting greedy. He wasn't looking at the quarterback. He understood that he had to be in man-to-man coverage. And to watch your man, you got to have your eyes on your man. He did a great job right there, locking it off. And on the other side with Diggs, his eyes were a little all over the place right there, and they were able to get the first down. But what you would like to see out of these stacks is different levels. You can't be on the same level right here. As you see the safety and Diggs on the same level, eventually they're going to trip over each other. You got to have some type of distance right there. Great route by McLaurin. They were able to get the first down.
Final play here of this edition of Hit Sticks, and now we have to answer the question. And again, it's Barry Church that's on the hot seat to answer it. Do you blitz Taylor Heinicke, or do you stay back and contain Taylor Heinicke and force him to throw the football, or at least even have a chance to beat him with your legs? Because he can beat you with his legs. He can run it a little bit. He just wants to find the sticks. And Barry, how do you stop him from doing so?
Well, this is tough. This is going to be a tough one right here, because like we saw earlier, if you go man-to-man and match up, they got the guys that can expose you. Lawrence, Samuel, Brown, those guys can expose you. And then you bring in your receiving back, McKissick. I'm not sure if he's going to be in there for this game, but if he is a mismatched nightmare out there. So with me, I think I'm going to stay back a little bit. I think I'm going to stay back a little bit because I got those two guys on the edge.
That's surprising in the fact that you've blitzed and you've pressed every single play.
Every single time, and it has failed me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stay back a little bit on this one. I got the edge rushers. I got to believe that Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence can generate enough pressure to get the ball out of Heinicke's hands fast. So I'm going to sit back on this one, but maybe I won't. I don't know. Let's see what can happen.
Let's see.
I mean, who knows? Let's see what can happen.
You're going to roll up like the fruit. Okay.
BC. Let's do it.
Let's see what you got. Here we go. Ready? And bye, y'all. Okay. Ooh. Where you going? Oh!
CJ Goodwin, let's go!
Let's sit back.
There's no way lineman can catch it.
Man. I should have took off.
Man.
Golly, let's go watch how DCBC ran to the sideline. Let's go take a look at this. Golly, all right. We just talked about it, how these guys were going to come off the edge. You got D-Law, you got Parsons in there. You got a guy in Heinicke who can tuck the ball and run and get these extra little 5-6 yard pops to continue to move the chains. He's always a threat in that regard, so it's always good to play and give that guy respect, okay? So right off the bat, you see them making things difficult for D-Law over here. All right, you got the tight end coming inside there, and he's just going to cross his face. What that does right off the bat, it slows the rush of the defensive ends down. That is on purpose. That is not a mistake. Cross his face, make him take the long route, okay? Not the short route home. Make him take the long scenic route home, okay? So now you're really focusing over here on Parsons. And Parsons has to go over here and find a way to get an edge. He does a good job of pushing the pocket. Heinicke honestly has all day long. But as you see right here, if we can get the vision eyes on Heinicke looking forward, he has a big old lane right there that he can take off on, but he has a man sitting right there waiting on him should he decide. So he opts not to throw the ball not to tuck it and run. He opts to try to throw it behind right here, but what an amazing play by Mr. Goodwin himself. Somehow, some way, he finds a way to get his head around because I was trying to work the second level up here, and I was trying to get both of these guys cleared out, but he does a great job of playing one and peeling back to number 2.
Ooh, great play there by C.J. Goodwin. He's usually the special teams ace, but right here we're in our dime package, so we got 4 corners in the game, and he was one of those corners to come in. Now, what we did right here, I decided to stay back and play zone, but I wanted to disguise my look a little bit because this Heinicke guy, he does a good job going through progressions, but I think we can fool this guy. So I disguised it a little bit, pressed my corners up there to make it seem like we're giving a man look out there, and we were actually playing cover 6, which is cover 4 to the right side and cover 2 to the left side. So the side that you decided to throw on, we were playing cover 2. In that case, C.J. Goodwin, all he has is the hook flat right there, or the hook area, I'm sorry. So he's just sitting there 10 to 12 yards between the numbers. Anything that comes into his zone, he's going to match up. And that's exactly what he did right there. Matched up to that number 2. He did a great job of playing off of number 1. Did a great job playing off of number 1, giving the quarterback eyes right there. Then he flipped his head, was able to make a heck of a play on number 2. And this was definitely user error because C.J. Goodwin has all the speed in the world. He definitely should have turned the corner and been gone. But as you see, DCBC is not the best with the sticks. And I ran straight out of bounds. I don't know what that was going.
What are you doing?
It's still a huge play for the Cowboys. Hopefully we get some on Sunday.
Barry, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing? You're talking about you had the interception, you had it, and then you had a pick six. It would have been the first in Hit Sticks history, and you ran out of bounds.
I'm sorry, CJ. I did your character wrong, man. It was all user error on that one. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. You stepped out of bounds. Oh, man. Okay, so with that being said, you made a big play. You should have had a pick six, but we'll leave that where it is.
Yeah,
Do you think this Cowboys defense has an advantage going up against a Washington offense, or do you think Washington has the advantage this week?
Without a doubt, I think Dallas has the advantage. I mean, you got D-Law over there, you got Parsons. They can get pressure on the quarterback by just rushing 4 people, and that leaves the rest of that defense to sit back and wait for Heineke to throw an interception. I think Dallas has the advantage.
Well, and also there's a chance that Randy Gregory and Neville Gallimore are back into the fix this week, so that's a huge one. You also talk about he wasn't even in that. Neither one of those guys were even in that simulation, so added pressure on Taylor Heineke is always going to help things out for that Cowboys defense and Dan Quinn. But that does it for us here on Hit Sticks. Hope you had some fun with us this week. We'll see you next week.